writings of a man who was born a deer. Under the skin, this fact is well known, he is mainly antlers, very little flesh, fat, or bone. It never begins, ends, unfinished everything. In the burning is that ancient honesty. And so, what will ever accurately be said about postmodern madness until it is felt, you will know nothing, not even the value of its absence. She thought she knew him until she was without him. Then it was fresh quartz clear. How can I miss him who was never ever even here? It almost begins. False starts from the non-moments, transitioning and nothing else into a furious, fictitious finish. The neutrino demands its obscurity. Now, what of the cloak and the cloth? What of those maggots that eventually fly? The ultimate birth is the death of all the wise. Who is this thing that is so unafraid? It shatters every rule. Its every move is fueled by the gypsy's grave. It is off the grid, but of the initial web, a living sacrificial talisman. Bull's blood and comet's ash stain its glowing head. All things hid, come stand. Left foot forward before that primitive Mercury, radiant radiations on the off, commiserating with apparitions and solidifying more non-plans. First, into the body. Second, awaken in that coffin. Third, claw up through the dirts. Fourth, arriving non-zombied. Fifth, manifest. Arrive, cock-toeing. Ravenous for the living. Your past is your only opponent. Find it, finding itself obtuse. We could describe it in deeper details, but what would be the use? Quick! Through the emerald, through the garnet, through the gigs, through the silent sex, it is loose. Having completed the task, the oaths, the vows, the dreams, it seems, alas, it can finally introduce the second world to itself and set aflame the new order. For it is no longer a dying thing. It has become the shin ring that knows the secrets of all those non-borders. After having been planted, there are the hunters. There are the hunted. Spectacle is no spectacle when you are inauthentically confronted by the power's power. Odd about itself, and now so too then you. May the great allower of the thing take hold of you, releasing you only when completely drained. Yes, wrap yourself in an aesthetic and see if ever anything same remains. Although Even in the ebb, it is still all flow. In this consistency with urgency, let go. Tear away if you have to, but do nothing until you hear the call. Suffer never, for even in the greatest fall is the transformative fact of where you were and now where you are at. I talk to shoes sometimes because they listen and they don't say much. Not even the shoelaces will tell you about how they've been touched. So hey, shoes, are we only truly absorbed in an incomprehensible game where invisible referees detach and dictate what can and shall be? All the disputes of nature require more assessment. From outside the Colosseum, what are these frustrations all about? What be frustrated? If not muses, then what is the financing? Who's fueling the most on this brutal education? For all that is found in being lost takes the extraordinary supernatural state when rationalization and the unarbitrary inebriation takes its space. For there is more to age than a... Hello? I'm in the middle of a reading. You can't just call. I didn't even turn the phone on. How are you working? Would you call and leave a message? You text me next time. For there is more to age. Much is your foot. He was calling you. He didn't answer. Let's see what he wants. Hey, man. Yeah, you're playing. Wait, no, let me finish. For there is more to age than the geography of a face. I'll talk to you later. Torchbearer! It is of the utmost sanctity that you share your rare religion. Your cloth must be donned, for you are the active spawn of the serious sect. That torch in your crown means you are of the elect, here for the luminous secret of the secret you will protect and set into effect. David said, after I had proclaimed, the neurons, they're just, Kurzweil is needed, dude. We gotta fix the neurons. He said, oh man, it's just the wires crossing. So then I go, perhaps the future me, in that vein, will say I smoked too deeply. Excess is my way. I thrive in the night, pulsate in the day. I never learned to dance. It is what I am. I never learned to change. I just grew sharper. To this day I can't swim. Find me on the harbor, loading the ships. Ahab all in me. I am of the shit. Many I've touched, more touched me. I stay open, like the eyes of a statue, a soaring in the infinities. Who am I? What will I be? Simple letters that bring the words together. Bob and I, Cocteau and me. Big Mama and Big Daddy, Granny, Mona, Papa, and all of my families laughing through this cosmic comedy. So that's that. A hand for